Welcome back, team. Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about how we can use our emotional powers in order to motivate and elevate our success. So stay tuned with me. Let's get right into it. All right, so being a certified life coach, I always get questions on how can I become more successful and I want to be able to attain this goal. And all of that, that's good because we need purpose in our lives. But the answer I give generally revolves around emotional engineering. Now, emotional engineering, the best way I found to describe it to clients and such would be just to picture your emotions as a train. And at the front of that train, of course, is the engine, and then you have all the different carts. But the question is, who is conducting the train? So the conductor is the emotional engineer. Now, the emotional engineer, that could be anyone. We know a lot of marketing companies, brands and luxury companies and businesses, everyone uses emotional engineering because the truth of the matter is if you can stir someone's emotion, you can get them to purchase the brand. And so depending on the advertising, the shows we watch, the music we listen to, our upbringing, all the way to now, our emotions have been engineered for or by someone. And so the view of success for one person may differ from the view of success from another. Like success for me isn't the same as success for you. And so, of course, as life coaches, we don't tell you what to do, but we just offer suggestions of things that may help. So maybe shifting or changing some of the advertising or the music or the shows I'm watching can help me to find out what really makes me happy. Now, when we get that picture or that illustration of the train, we need to understand we have to kick whoever it is that's conducting out. And we need to be the emotional engineer. You need to conduct your own emotions. So what makes you happy? What makes you sad? What satisfies you? So you're not living an authoritarian purpose. You're basically on your own journey, writing your own story, enjoying your life and being fulfilled. And that's what we all really want. So when you meet that emotional need, then you begin to live. And most of the time, some people think, oh, when I have a whole bunch of this money and all these other things and all these toys, I'm going to be happy. But we've seen, sadly, that's not the case. So again, success for me is different from success for you. But as individuals, we need to take control of our emotional training. Yes, you need to be the emotional engineer. And once you are, you can use your emotions to motivate your success. Our emotions can be strong motivators. And we've probably felt strong motivation, like think about going to a basketball game or a football game or even an opera or an orchestra. It can either touch us where it has tears coming down our eyes or, we're screaming at the top of our lungs because, we were confident in our team's performance. Whatever the case may be, emotions can help motivate us in our purpose and goals. The thing we need to learn about how to shape that out is that are we being led by emotion or are we acknowledging the emotion? Those are the two things we need to ask ourselves. Well, what do I mean? Being led by an emotion means that whatever the emotions you feel, this is how you act. I'm just going to say that because that's how I feel. I'm going to fight because that's how I feel. If you're angry, if you're sad, all of this is just the emotions control my outcome in life. And that's what it means to be led by emotion. Now, we don't want that. We want to make sure that we're acknowledging emotion. Now, acknowledging emotion is very humanistic. It's how we feel. So we're wonderfully made as people, and we can walk around and we touch something or we eat something, it can make us feel a certain way. That's good, or oh, that's disgusting. Whatever the case may be. So all of these little factors play a role in our emotions. And so you're going to feel, and that's normal. But how you act on what you feel is what decides success. So, for instance, if I'm angry, let's say I lost a game, I'm upset, I'm angry, And I got two things I can do. I can get so angry and mad and quit or fight or whatever, and then that's me being led by my emotion. Or I can use that emotion and say, okay, so this is how it feels to lose. Well, I don't like that. So I go in the gym, I practice, 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 I train, and then I come out victorious the next time around. And that is using my emotion properly. So I'm acknowledging the emotion and then I act on it. And so that's what we do. And now, all of this, of course, is called emotional development through emotional intelligence. And so, as we are the engineers of our emotional train, we're able to use these motivators to help us to succeed in life. Because maybe the goal we have that helps us to be successful in whatever we're trying to do is going to be a difficult journey. Are we prepared emotionally to take those blows and to be able to utilize that emotion to motivate ourselves to be able to be successful no matter what? Even if emotions leak out and we scream at the top of our lungs, that's okay as long as we're moving in the right direction. So that's what we're talking about when it comes down to emotions being strong motivators. So allow your emotions, acknowledge them, and then act on it accordingly to accomplish your goal. Don't let your emotions lead you and decide the outcome. Now, there's a plethora of things that can trigger someone, and I'm one. I gotta be honest. There's some things, my pet peeves, that will cause me to be in instant trigger mode, and I'm ready to go. My response isn't going to be uh, as good as I would like it. And that's something that we all have to acknowledge. So, knowing your hot buttons or the things that trigger you can help you to actually succeed in accomplishing your goals. And again, what I'm saying is recognizing the fact that certain words, certain people, certain things that are done to me, I don't like. And I don't get along with this person. But then, just like we were talking about before, when it comes down to emotions, you have to now act on it. Are you allowing your emotions to lead you? And that's the thing about that emotional engineering that we're talking about. If we've been emotionally engineered by our own perceptions, our own experiences in life, that's these are just some things that are going to be there. But how we handle it, we are always in control in our actions. So how can I handle this when it happens? And I think a lot of the outbursts I've had based on triggers were because I did not take the time to look at how am I going to handle a situation when this happens. So it's just not like random and I have to fight or I have to do something. We can handle it in a way that that makes sure that we stay successful as far as our goals and purposes without going to jail. Let me stop. But yeah, triggers are there. I can't tell you anything about that. As a life coach, the only thing I say is you are going to experience it, but just make sure you have that friend, you have that person in your life that you can speak to about it. You have a life coach, or if you're going to therapy or something like that, make sure that you have an outlet for when bad situations happen. But that's it, team. So that's how we avoid the trap of triggers. It's just basically acknowledging it's there and, just weaving around situations or circumstances so we don't put ourselves in these particular places or around certain things that could cause these triggers to happen. And then, of course, managing. As long as I know how I'm going to handle it, I should be fine. All right, that's it, team. That's all we got for today. Thank you for seeing episode 2. Of course, always like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, fam, take it easy.